So how's it going, my NoFap and semen retention brothers? So in today's video, I'm going to bring you guys 10 benefits that you will experience during NoFap and semen retention. Now these are long-term benefits. These are things that will last a long time, probably for the rest of your life, if you're doing NoFap and semen retention the proper way. If you're not doing any kind of PMO, no porn, no masturbation, no orgasm, and if you're not edging in any sort of way, then you will experience these benefits in spades. Now, the first thing you guys will experience is the real sex that's actually supposed to happen is going to feel a million times better than it did before. Because before, you were probably so hooked on pornography that you probably could not even get it up. You probably started having porn-induced erectile dysfunction. And in turn, your partner is not going to be satisfied. You're going to be super embarrassed about the fact that you can't get it up. And it just goes into this cycle of depression. And then eventually you still get erectile dysfunction and it just never fixes. So once you give up pornography, your long-term benefits, you're actually going to experience a very great and very intimate sex life with your partner. Whether that be your girlfriend or your wife, whoever, but it's going to be pleasurable for both of you guys. You both are going to get there. Another thing, your energy, obviously. Your energy increases over time. It's going to gradually increase. Your body gets adjusted to the amount of nutrients that are being preserved and are not being ejaculated every time because you're not fapping anymore. So you literally get energy like a monster. I mean, you get so much energy to do work that requires a lot of brain work, work that requires a lot of physical work. And you give it your all. You don't half-ass anything. That's the best thing about when you get all this energy. You feel like doing every single task that you have planned for the day completely. You don't want to just do 90% even. You just want to go straight 100%. You want to be as best as you possibly can be. Something else that happens is, obviously many men know this, the self-confidence boosts up so much because of the fact that your dopamine level itself goes back to normal. See, now your brain is not hooked on pornography and it doesn't need that shot that pornography gives you and then that dopamine releases. Your dopamine levels just go normal and you end up actually feeling a lot more happier because you don't need that artificial stimulation that just messes up your mind over time. It really destroys you. So self-confidence really goes up because you can actually have great sex with a partner. You can actually feel good about the fact that you don't need something like pornography. You're not dependent on that anymore. You know, it's like any addiction. If you're not addicted to that addiction that you once were really hooked on, you actually feel that you can actually accomplish things. You realize that you have a lot more self-control, which brings me to my next point, your discipline. Your discipline really increases on this journey because you are now focused on yourself, the thing that actually matters. You're focused on improving yourselves and learning as much as you can. And you actually do not feed your urges because you're so disciplined. And when you don't do that, then you have so much more self-control over yourself. You're able to do things that you once never thought you could possibly do, or things that seemed impossible, or things that seemed too time-consuming. Now your brain is actually smart enough to realize that, okay, no, I'm capable of doing this activity, whatever that may be. Something else that happens, something that I've experienced is my memory. When it comes to recalling things, this is not necessarily going into depression and remembering bad things. It's not like that. It's memory of any things, good things that happened back in the day, or things that I want to recall, like things that I've learned and that I want to memorize or something. It actually gets much easier because your brain fog is decreasing. Remember, your brain is rewiring. So obviously your brain gets more clearer. You think more clearly. And on top of that, because of that, your memory starts becoming even better. You start to be able to recall things, to things that you've memorized. I've started doing something where I try to learn a new word every single day. Now I'm actually able to recall those words and what they mean and how I'm supposed to pronounce them. Obviously, another great benefit that comes, which many men may know already, is the deep voice, man. Your masculine voice starts coming out. You don't have that weird, super high pitched, girly kind of voice anymore. You have this deep tone in your voice that when you speak to somebody, it just sounds more authoritative. People can see that there's purpose behind what you're saying. What you're saying is going to come off a lot more convincing than, say, a person who has a very high pitched voice, because it just sounds more masculine. It just sounds more manly. Obviously, it's going to really attract females. They're really going to be attracted to the fact that you sound just into a more manly kind of dude who, and her being the fact that she has that weird, very high-pitched voice, they look for men who have that much deeper voice that sounds like it's coming off from their chest and from their diaphragm. Another thing I found out is better stamina. You get a lot more better stamina when it comes to athletic performance. See, even though I fast for a very long time during the day, I wake up and I drink coffee, so that does not really affect my insulin level. So I'm still in a fasted state, and I end up working out probably a good 6 hours later because I'm doing other things throughout the rest of the day. And I'm still able to be at my peak when it comes to running on a treadmill, doing high intensity interval training, just jogging. I'm actually able to hit all my PRs. Yeah. And it feels amazing, man, because I'm burning more fat, I'm gaining more muscle, and a lot of this does have to do with the fact that I'm still retaining, because I still have those nutrients and my body's getting adjusted to a new level, because it's adjusting to the fact that I'm not wasting anything anymore, and the energy that I'm getting from all these nutrients, it's building up more and more. I'm getting more and more energy. In turn, I'm going to get more and more out of my workout. I'm going to start getting more mass, going to start getting more leaner, going to start losing body fat at the right places. This is going to happen to everybody who's following a great diet and is doing a good workout, not half-assing anything. But men who are on this journey, who've been on this journey for a long time, you guys are more than likely not half-assing anything anyways. Another great benefit that comes, the 8th one, is skin glow, man. Your skin starts to look incredible. It starts to look really like you look extremely hydrated. Another thing I should just point out, just for those who feel their skin is not seeing that glow or anything, start drinking water. Okay, you'll thank me later. But start consuming more and more water. Consume water before every single meal that you have. I don't care if that's even a little snack. Consume at least 8 ounces of water before every single meal. I promise you, your skin's going to look a lot better. But the nofap and semen retention, the retaining itself, is going to make your skin look a lot better. As I said earlier, nutrients that you keep wasting, some of them are ones that you don't really get in your body as much, such as zinc. These things are very important. And when you see a person who's doing nofap and semen retention, you can actually tell by their skin how clear their skin is, how much it's glowing whenever they walk in the sun, or even if they're walking into darkness, you can just tell that this person's skin looks amazing. He's really healthy. What else could he possibly be doing? Most likely that person is on nofap and semen retention. Another thing I found out is you actually accomplish a lot more when it comes to your flatlines. For those who don't know, a flatline is a period during nofap or semen retention where a few weeks after you're doing it, you just feel there are no more benefits coming. You feel like you have no libido. It just feels like a very stagnant phase where you're not gaining any kind of benefit, and you feel like your benefits are done and there's nothing more to the journey. See, these times are actually very difficult for most men. But what I found is that I'm actually able to accomplish a lot more during these flatlines. That's what these flatlines are there for. You should use them to do as much as you possibly can. Distract yourself from the fact that you're having a flat line. And I'm actually able to do a lot more, work a lot more, learn a lot more, memorize things, understand things, and learn things. It gets a lot more easier as time keeps going by, though, because you will still have flat lines no matter how long you've been on no-fap and semen retention. But I promise you, they're gonna get easier because you're going to actually engage more in all kinds of activities, whether that be mental or physical. And my 10th one, the last one, is eye contact, man. See, I found that this is a long-term benefit because you are able to make eye contact with whoever you meet. This is not just necessarily about attracting females. This is about showing power, showing the fact that you're secure, showing that you know what you're saying and you're confident in front of the other person. It becomes a lot more easier to to just meet a person's gaze. And for me, I found that it just makes me feel a lot more confident in myself and what I'm saying, because most people who I talk to end up try looking on the side, they try looking down, they try looking up and to the right, just to make it look like they're thinking. But inside, more than likely, they're just insecure and they can't meet your gaze. Obviously, I also don't just stare into the person's eyes. I'm blinking all the time, and usually when I think, I end up looking towards the right and to the sky. That's just how whenever I think, that's just how my eyes go. But that's very natural. So the person can tell that this person is genuinely thinking about what they're saying. So eye contact is a huge thing. And obviously with that, female attraction is definitely going to come very easily, because very few females out there actually have men who would actually look into their eyes when they speak to them. Let's say you're approaching a girl too, and you're nervous as heck. You're thinking about, what can I possibly say next, and what can I end up saying to just close the deal, get her number, get her in bed, whatever the heck you want to do. And most men will not look into this female's eyes. And trust me, when you actually start to do this, you'll notice that she will start to look around here and there, because she starts to get intimidated and nervous around you. All right, so eye contact is actually a very big thing when it comes on to no-fap and semen retention. Now, these are also could be known as superpowers to you guys, because they really are superpowers, because many people in this world do not have this. They don't have these benefits because they're either not doing no-fap and semen retention, or they're either relapsing all the time, or they're just being lazy on the journey. They're not really being productive. Or some may probably not even know about this. They just think it's a weird kind of movement that men just created just to feel good. That's how you can't, they'll just say anything. But for men who are on this journey, like me and you, we know the benefits of this journey. We know that this is actually a very meaningful journey, and we actually get a lot out of it. All right, guys. By the way, these are not the only benefits. There are hundreds of more benefits that you can receive on this journey. It's just that these are the 10 most common ones, the ones that I've received, the one that I've known more people have received. So for those who are wondering about other benefits, there are a lot of other ones as well. But these are just the 10 most common ones that most people get when they're doing this the proper way. No PMO, no edging, nothing like that. Then you'll receive these, and then long term you're gonna feel amazing. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. For those who already did, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comment section below. If you guys want, check out my Patreon page, check out my Snapchat. Remember, you guys have questions about anything when it comes to no-fap and semen retention, or when it comes to God, make sure to email me. If you guys just want to vent about anything, you're having some problems in life, you don't have any real people to vent to, feel free to shoot me an email, and I'll even give out my number via my email, and we can text back and forth, we can talk, we can become friends, man. I'm looking for real friends as well. All right, men who are on this journey are real people trying to become the best version of themselves, and that's the kind of person who I would actually love to interact with. All right, guys, let's be our own heroes, man.